What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? That was a terrible clap. Anyway, today we have a red dot from US Optics. The name of the red dot is the RISE, and of course the RISE is an acronym because we love our acronyms in the gun industry. It stands for Red Dot Integrated Sight Enhancer. Now you know. Anyway, this is a more budget-friendly red dot coming in at under $300. The body is made from 6061 aluminum. The finish on it is an anodized finish, kind of what we would expect. The footprint is going to be a Delta Point Pro footprint, not an RMR footprint. As far as the battery, you have a top load 2032. To take that battery cover off, it does have an included tool, or you're gonna need a pretty wide flathead screwdriver. Either one will take that off, so that's good. I really like how US Optics does and ranks the battery life. Like a lot of companies trying to get sneaky and not give you specifics on battery life. Thank you, US Optics, for not doing that. So 75,000 hours on setting 1, the very lowest setting, 26,000 hours on setting 5, 600 hours on setting 10. So I'm happy they put it all out there and we know, and you can decide if that's good enough for you or not. It does have auto off and auto on. So after 2 minutes, the red dot will turn off automatically. The second it senses any movement, turns back on. I tested it, it worked fine. And obviously that's gonna help prolong your battery life. As far as the controls, you have a positive button on the left side of the red dot, minus on the right side. So if you are carrying it up against your body as a right-hander, the minus will be the button exposed. I like it the other way around, but not a big deal. It has 8 daytime settings and 2 night vision settings. I did look at this through my nods, and it looked pretty darn good. So as far as the controls, let's see. If you hold the minus for 3 seconds, it's going to turn the red dot off. To turn it back on, you can hold either button to turn it back on. And then if you hold the plus for 3 seconds, that's going to put the red dot either into or out of lockout mode. So if you're carrying it and you put it on a setting and you don't want the brightness to change, you can put it on that lockout mode and that won't change. All right, before we get into the window and the red dot and the clarity and the MOA and all that good stuff, let me quickly thank Notches. They are the biggest supporter of my channel, so I like to thank them in every video. Hunting, fishing, camping, reloads, pew-pews. They have a ton of pistol and rifle optics as well. They don't have this particular one, but if this one's not your jam and you want to look at another one, Notches has a ton of different pistol and rifle red dots. All right, the size of the window is going to be 24 millimeters by 20 millimeters, and I think that's a good size for carry. It's not one of those extra large windows. It's a pretty normal size. The window clarity is very good, especially for a sub $300 optic. I remember the first time I took it out at the range and looked through it, I was like, wow, that's really clear glass. Even now, I just compared it to a few other red dots, and the glass is very clear. I'll say the red dot, the dot clarity is good, and the window clarity is very good. And obviously that's for me, for my eyes. Your miles may vary depending on your eyes. Windage and elevation are pretty standard. You have one on top, one on the side. A total of 80 MOA clicks, 80 MOA adjustment, and each click is one MOA adjustment per click. It is tactile as well, so as you make those changes, you do feel each click. As far as what's included, it does give you both of the screwdrivers, one to make the windage and elevation adjustments, the other one to take the battery off. Gives you the manual, and then US Optics has always done this QC checklist, and I hope they truly do this as thorough as the checklist says, but it gives 10 points or so, the person's name, the date, and what they went through and checked on the red dot to make sure it was good to go. So I truly hope they take that as serious as they appear to do, because that's fantastic, and most companies don't spend that much time on QCs. It doesn't come with a ton of screws. There's some red dot companies now that are giving you like a dozen or a half dozen screws to help make sure it fits on your gun. This one gives you 1 or 2 to help you out, but not a ridiculous amount. All right, price, weight, dimensions, all that stuff up here on the screen. I'm seeing it right now, $260, $280 in that price point. Of course, I'll put some links down where. Hopefully I can help you help find you a good deal. Now, as far as the testing that I've done, as you see the shooting footage, you're probably going to notice quite a few malfunctions with this gun, and I wanted to address it first so you don't think there's an issue with this gun. I had a case of Tehran ammo and I've never shot this ammo before, and it was awful. Probably a dozen rounds out of every single box I had a case. A dozen rounds out of every single box had malfunctions, and it had malfunctions in every type of pistol, every different brand. I tried a dozen different guns, and it had problems in all of them, especially if the gun had a comp on it, like a lot of my guns do. A lot of that ammo was just way underpowered, and it was just terrible. So not the gun's fault. Obviously, that has nothing to do with the red dot either. But I brought this red dot to the range probably 6 or 7 different times over the past few months. I shot around 300 rounds through this gun with the red dot attached. I did some very basic destructive testing, just racking the red dot off a table at the range, just to make sure the red dot can hold 0 through some basic destructive testing. As far as the shooting, normal stuff. Banging steel like I always do because I'm a child. Magazine exchanges because Neo Mag is life. A lot of transitions. A lot of drawing from the holster, both inside and outside the waistband. A little bit of running and gunning. All the fun, goofy, normal range stuff that I like to do. I did carry the gun as well, on and off. This gun is a Shadow Systems MR920P. And I love Shadow Systems guns. They all look and shoot great, but the comped versions of their guns are just fantastic shooters. So I like to carry and shoot this gun as often as possible, even though it's a little bigger than what I normally carry. So minus the awful ammo and the problems I had with that Tehran ammo, I had no problems, no issues. The red dot held 0 through all the shooting, through the basic destructive testing. No issues, no problems. Biggest pro for me is going to be the price. They give you a good quality red dot for sub 300 bucks. The window clarity is very good. The dot clarity for my eyes was good, again, especially for something sub $300. It's a good size screen, simple controls. I always appreciate that. The only thing I would really change if I had my way, I do prefer the RMR footprint over the Delta Point Pro footprint. I do understand that it's much harder to do a top load battery with RMR than it is Delta Point Pro. Delta Point Pro, the screws are further back, it's a lot easier, but it still can be done. Other companies do it, so that would probably be the only thing I would change. Overall, it's a good red dot for sub $300 with features. The tough part is there's so much good competition in every category in the gun industry, and the affordable red dots is no different. You have Swamp Fox, Gideon, even the base model Holosun, the 407C, can be had for sub $300. So which one you get is up to you. I'm going to say so far so good on the Rise. I will continue to shoot it, see how it holds up long term, but so far so good. All right. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for watching my video. I greatly appreciate it. Let me thank US Optics for sending it out. That is appreciated. Let me thank Natchez for being the biggest supporter of the Tiberious Gift channel. My life would be very difficult without them. Most important, let me thank you. Without you, this channel would not exist. If you think I deserve it, subscribe to the channel. That's what I need. That's what I respectfully ask of you. Likes and comments are great. Those are greatly appreciated, but the subs is what I need. I appreciate it. Santa appreciates it. Even US Optics appreciates it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay blessed, be good, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.